What's good, y'all? It's your girl JC with the Now Let's Talk About It podcast. Okay, we back as we say we will be every Wednesday, 6 to 7. You're gonna see me, and you're gonna see Naomi Love.
Yo, what's up?
And who else we got?
The great yellow hype.
Okay, we'll let them have it. Because we'll let them have it. Okay, so let's talk about it. Naomi,
yes.
Fill us in with this tragic. Well, no, first we got to acknowledge. Yes, go ahead.
We gotta acknowledge my boy. Rest in peace, Prince. It would have been what is he'd be 65 if he was still living. Oh man.
I thought he was gonna be older than that.
No, 65.
Only 65?
Yeah, he died young. He was 58?
I don't know about that. Google that shit. Hold on.
He was born in 58. He'll be 65.
I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying I don't know. I thought he was older.
Let me see. I'm finna see.
Yeah.
So you wanna do a moment of silence for Prince?
Yeah, we're gonna do a moment of silence for my boy.
When we starting the silence?
We started right now.
We starting it now.
You was right.
57? Yeah, okay.
He was 57 when he died. So he
would have been 65, like she
That's
said.
what you said?
Yeah, 65.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I said he was born in 58.
Oh, yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, they gave a little weak moment of silence, but that's okay.
Everybody wasn't in on the moment of silence. We gonna run it back through. I know, just he 56.
He was letting her know that she was right.
We gonna run it back. But what do we have to touch on that tragedy that happened?
Oh, you talking about the?
Yeah, you gotta give us the tea. You gotta fill us in. I read one article about it.
I've been doing this thing in the morning where I kind of like stay away from the news a little bit.
Yes.
Just to have a clear mind going to work.
Yeah.
And, the other morning I turned it on and it was talking about this lady who apparently it was some kind of thing where her kids was playing in this lady's yard or something like that, and the reason I saw it, actually it wasn't even on the TV. I saw it on Instagram where the mother went to the house, had her child standing next to her, and apparently the lady shot through the door and shot her in the chest and killed her. And she was just going over there to see what was going on.
The article I read, they mentioned that the kids left an iPad or a tablet in her yard.
Okay.
So the mom she wouldn't give it back.
Okay.
So the mom went over to get the iPad and she shot her through the door.
Yeah.
Twice, was it?
Shh. I don't know. I caught the end. They were arresting her. They said by surveillance cameras and all that. She said the lady was trying to get into her house, but come to find out from like the cameras and witnesses that she wasn't. So I saw that they had arrested her this morning.
AJ Owens was her name. She was 35. And then this happened in Florida.
Yeah, Florida. That's her name. Yep, I remember that.
I hate that.
Yeah, that's terrible. It's almost like every day. It's an everyday thing.
You know, I feel like social media plays a big part in. I hate when like bad stuff go viral because I feel like it give other people ideas to be fucked up. Like I don't know. Now we getting shot through doors and shit. Like
we've been shot in driveways, shot in doors.
I mean, I know, but you know what I mean.
Recently, with the people pulling in the driveways to bag around and turn around and go to other way and all that kind of stuff. It's just a lot of it going on. I have a whole different kind of thought process when it comes to that. Like, I just don't. If you ask me, I don't think justice to what I think need to be done will be done.
Of course.
I just don't think that we would ever be in that place.
Really?
I just don't. I just really don't think that we will ever be in that place to have justice for real. I ain't talking about this bullshit ass law stuff they be bringing like.
So what you want to happen?
I mean, justice. Like,
What do
I
you
want
want
it
justice
stop.
to be?
Like,
Hold on, wait.
some real bad, like, punishments.
Like what?
Like a whole lot of time. Like, where
Like-
people are scared to, like,
okay,
they be knowing they gonna get off.
Yes.
I
For
mean,
real.
They
some people get out, but I'm saying everybody. You saying the law is bullshit now.
For black people.
That I mean, I ain't gonna argue that point. But lately, I think because of social media, everybody being able to record these events when things happen, because there used to be a time where you have growing up, you have white friends, right? You tell them you don't want to do a certain thing or you don't want to be doing things at a certain place. They ain't gonna believe you because
oh yeah, mic up.
that type of shit don't happen to them. You tell them police fuck with you, and they don't believe it. Why you getting pulled over? Now because of social media, like because they didn't believe the shit when they saw Rodney King get his ass beat. That was on TV and they didn't believe that shit happened until we got social media and everybody was been able to record.
It's like that's the first instinct now is to pull your phone out.
Right.
Fact.
So when I'm saying like what's justice, okay, so
I feel like blood for blood shit. For real, that's me.
Some people believe in an eye for an eye. All I want is
because when is it going to stop?
Fair. I just want it to be fair. That's all. I ain't for the eye for an eye thing, but I just want it to be fair. Like the same amount of time you would give a black person, give a white person at the same time. Like and it be dumbass crimes people be going to jail for 30 years as to a motherfucker raping and killing and serial killers and all that and mass shooters.
And it's all based on how much money you got to get the best lawyer you can get to get you off of whatever fucked up shit you did. So, in my opinion, I feel like where the equality can come in at is, I mean, everybody preach it all the time, but just more of us being educated and being able to get up higher up, you know what I'm saying, to be able to have a say so with more stuff. Like, and eventually it could all be you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, create our own type of, I don't know. My thing is we don't have the knowledge. If you ask me, like, money and knowledge is the only thing that what they got to me, for real. We get money and knowledge, we'll be just as dangerous.
It's a white lady that shot a black lady. I'm taking. Now,
she was older too, an older lady.
Now, do we know she was racist or?
We don't know that.
Do we know anything? Because to me, so you know, racist shit do happen. Like the dude that was just running through his neighborhood a couple of years ago was running through his neighborhood. The two white
jogging.
That's
they
some
literally
racist
was
shit.
hunting him.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
but I'm saying like
she lied and said the lady was trying to bust down her door, and she wasn't. Like, no, she wasn't trying to turn her knob. She wasn't bamming hard. She wasn't doing none of that. She lied and said she was doing those things. She shot through the door. Like, that's enough for me to call it that. She lied.
okay.
So the question today is, like you were saying, with everything with the cop cams, the cameras, the door rings,
them rings, boy.
The question is, over the last few years, how have the internet, social media, and all those kind of things changed your life? Like, how did it affect it? How did it change it? Do you think it's better? Do you think it's too much? It's overwhelming? What do you think when it comes to that? When it comes to incidents like this, it is helpful.
Yeah.
It's helpful in a whole lot of ways. And for me, coming into Jazz, you grew up in it. For me, coming into it, it could be a little bit overwhelming. Like trying to get familiar with all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I be about wrecking my mind, and I'm forever calling somebody. Can you fix this? Can you do this? Can you hook this up for me? Can you add me to this? Can you upload this? I do that a lot, and then up until probably starting this and this new job, it's like, you know what? I think I need to take some courses on this. For real. Like, yeah. So.
Jeez, what you think?
What was the question again?
Technology, how has over the past few years, you know what I'm saying? What has changed for you? Has it benefited you? Have it affected your life at all?
I think it's affected everything in everybody's life.
Definitely.
So, good and bad. I look at technology as a tool. Anything, you use anything too much of the wrong way, it'll hurt you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then like Facebook. The world was out. We already say the world is small, but Facebook make it small.
Man,
it's
what?
Like,
you know, on smartphones too, they can track how much you're on, like how much screen time you give certain stuff.
Yeah, that's what made me go when I shut down.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I was looking at this shit. I was like 9 hours on Instagram. I'm like, how did I even pull that shit off when I'm working 8 hours?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh no, it's time. It's time to bring it down. It's time to. I had to get off for a while. You know, I'm like, I'm doing too much.
My favorite part about social media now is I feel like people that maybe felt like they didn't have other people like them or like friends or, you know, like for the people that kind of are to themselves, like social media is a great. Now, given it's definitely some cruel motherfuckers on social media, but for the most part you can get on TikTok and see a motherfucker with one leg, 3 titties, like they be having disorder, you know what I'm saying, like they be on there. It's a girl that literally she can't speak, she has a towel in her mouth and she be sitting there typing and responding back to comments, like she got her machine that speak for her, like she be on live all the damn time.
Arms be cooking and put that makeup artist, the one don't
come
have
on
no
now
arms.
that's what I'm saying.
She do her whole damn face with her foot, like.
And then they get to explain themselves. I saw a lady also on TikTok. She didn't have no legs, and she was like, "Y'all wonder how I drive?" You know, answering the real, very ignorant questions. But it's like shit that people do want to know for real. I feel like that's how you create maybe a more easygoing world.
I got a lot of friends on social media I ain't never met before, and I be like, "That's my damn best friend."
Yes, you be all like, they be talking to you and shit. No, for a fact.
Yeah, but but it's like, but at the same time, the takeaway point is like, man, everything you do. I mean, I be trying to even conducting business, taking care of business, like even working in a job where people have to come, you know, communicate with me. It's like I have to say this like 1,000 times a day, ma'am. Could you please just put your phone down for 1 second?
Yeah.
So we can finish this? At my mom's house, she be like, we eating dinner, everybody on the phone. We taking pictures of our food.
Go to a restaurant and look around.
Yeah, I mean, it's that part is like, it ain't no talking no more. It ain't no how was your day? Yeah, I put on Facebook. Yeah, I had an effed up day today. You know, so
but you ain't gonna tell. It's a motherfucker sitting right next to you,
and then tag them.
Yes, yes, ignorant shit.
So it be like.
What about you, G's? You're not really even active for real on
No, I'm not.
Okay. So what type of technology are you like affected by? Like
I said, okay. Now. Huh?
Oh no, I was talking.
Julia's high.
No, that ain't it. No.
God damn, you moving slow as this nigga topic. He's slow as hell.
So, other than social media, what other technology in your life do you notice or have changed?
Maps. Man.
GP. Ooh, a map. Yes. I don't even remember what it was like without it.
Let me tell you, it was going to the library, getting the address, printing that shit out, and following that shit for 12 hours on the highway. Okay, when you like somebody reading
that shit
to
crazy.
You. So maps, like that's like number one. I swear, even in the city. Drive anything I do, I'm putting maps on.
I'm like, literally trying to remember like how we used to drive to Mississippi and shit, and then it was not or was it GPS? I can't remember.
I was GPS.
You probably don't remember like us writing shit down or.
I was a nigga reading a map to go to Mississippi.
So yeah, you probably don't. That jazz.
But now one time we drove down to Panama, and we got lost coming back. And I whipped that map out. I got we on 65. I got us to fuck through there. Stop playing.
Oh, don't ask me to pull over at the gas station and get one of them maps where they the real maps.
The big ones?
I used to be like, Gee, you just gonna have to tell me, like, go down to this stop sign, make a
No,
left,
hell
because
no,
I ain't
not when
finna
you
read all the
driving
little
long
red
distance.
and black lines.
You gotta
and-
focus on that star. Say, bitch, you right here. You gotta figure that shit out.
Now here's
You can't be
now
like
here's
that.
a question. Do you think you are? Because the way I look at GPS is, I'm a lot more active because of GPS. I might see something somewhere, like a restaurant or something, or somebody might tell me about something. I was at this place, and hey, it's 20 minutes away. I'm gonna ride. I don't see what it is, what the food like. Do you think how like I think I'm more willing to go and do things because I don't have to. Let me hop on a computer and let me type this shit in and
Like
then print
places
it
you
out.
never been type stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
My least favorite technology right now is this is me personally, but I don't want no car that can drive its damn self. I don't
no.
trust that
No,
shit.
no.
Y'all watching me like
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
When I be looking at it, them new cars coming out that drive themselves, that's the least thing. I be like, I would never. Man, the way computers and shit be crashing and breaking down and
I
all
don't
that and
trust
running
technology.
slow. You think I'm finna get on something like to buy a car to run by?
This
Not
motherfucker
gonna do
picking
it.
me up at the corner and shit. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I can't
nah.
do the car. Now Wi-Fi,
Yes.
internet.
Oh, the little the little camera in the car when you bagging up.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
be thinking
that
I'm cool as hell. That you ain't gonna nah, I got it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it is. So it is some disadvantages and some advantages to it, but as far as social, like getting together and gatherings and stuff like that, I don't think. I just be looking like, damn, ain't nobody in here. I don't like that part.
It's like you're not really connected.
You're not
for real.
connected at all. Then it's like, everybody's move, like everybody knowing everybody locations, all this kind of
I
stuff.
ain't against that though. I ain't gonna lie.
Which is cool, but shoot, back in the day, shoot.
It was
like
easier to
this.
cheat.
You get up. Not even so much as that. You get up.
That's
You
what
go
it
to
was.
work. Your mama and daddy be gone all day long.
Facts.
They come home from work at 8:00 at night and find out you got a damn broke leg. Shit, they wouldn't. Now
Yeah.
it's like, hey, I gotta go. It's just
Or the neighbors. I feel like it was more community back then because it's like you needed to depend
You
on other
needed to
people.
depend
Like
on
I gotta
other
go to work. The
people.
kids in there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hey, I know some people, they iPads watch their kids. They be like, kids staying at home earlier now. Back then it was like you had to be, we had all, back then
It was a bunch of
larger
kids,
families,
yeah.
so it was
the
more
same
kids.
shit.
Shit, now
I'm
they be
trying to
like,
think how old
I ain't
I
lying, they
was.
be like 7 and 8 staying at home
We
with
was
their
too.
iPads.
We was too with the motherfucking TV.
I know
Well, I'm
somebody
just
that I ain't gonna
saying.
speak on. No, I ain't gonna put up business
See,
out
I
there.
ain't gonna
But
say.
her son 3.
See,
Oh hell no, she need to go to jail.
I think
that bitch need to be in jail.
Hold on.
Shit, 3.
See, I think people be trying to put bad shit on tech. Hey, it's not the motherfucking TV or the iPad. It's a motherfucking parent.
No.
Hey, Josh,
I'm not saying that.
because she was saying that people leave their house earlier, right?
Leave the kids
Leave the
home by
kids
themselves at an earlier age than it
age.
used to be.
I don't think so.
I
think
Shit,
it's-
I see it. I'm witnessing it.
I feel
Okay,
like back in the day
how-
though, they definitely left all the kids at home by themselves.
Yeah,
and
but
the
it was
oldest
probably
one
10
watched
of
the
you.
youngest one.
Yeah, it was like somebody was even
See,
if,
and I don't
even
never
if
do
the
that
oldest
shit now.
one was 13, they was watching the other ones. But I'm just saying, like nowadays, I see people be like, "She cool. She got an iPad. I could just call her." The house cameras, the cameras outside, they depend on that stuff. Like
It's helpful.
it
Yeah, but
is
if a
helpful,
fire
but
starting
if
your
it-
damn
what about
house,
a
who gonna
fire?
help
Right.
your kid out?
Hey, get the fuck out. There's a fire in the room.
Nah, I'm just.
What
nah.
if they sleep? Like it's so many. I hate
think-
when people like
But
think
I'm
of all the
saying
damn
if-
scenarios.
But what I'm
Right.
saying, if there's a fire and they sleep, it don't matter if it's tech in that motherfucker or not.
If you was fucking there,
If you was
but
there,
if you at work, I mean, why?
your kids shouldn't be
shouldn't
at
have
home by
a
themselves.
Everybody don't have y'all.
I
Okay,
understand
that
Hold on,
wait a minute,
wait.
listen, real
No,
quick.
okay.
Wait a minute, real quick. That connects to what Jazz was saying about how it narrowed down to like the communication with your neighbors and all that kind of shit. Because when I was little, it was like that. If your parents left, your neighbors watched you.
Yes.
It was like the mothers of the hood.
It was community.
Was everybody's
It takes
mama.
A village if it was a person.
And
Yes.
you saying they ain't doing that now?
No, they're not. I don't even
Okay.
know who live next door to
At
me.
all. I got
Do
a
you
little-
stay?
I think
Hold
a
on,
little
wait.
ass-
Do you stay in the hood?
No, but if
So
I
how's you
did-
talking about it's not happening in the hood if you ain't there?
Okay, but I'm just
People are doing
I didn't
that.
even say in the hood. I was
That's what you just said.
okay. Well,
in the
I should have
hood.
said,
I said
where
back
I grew
then.
up or
Yeah.
back then.
I
I ain't
just
mean
said back then.
specifically in the hood. I'm just saying
I
growing
can
up.
I can just go off what you said. I feel that people still do these things.
You know people that do.
Yes, I do.
You're at your age. You know people with little kids that leave their kids at home and have the neighbors like you. The whole scenario that you thinking about. You have friends at your age that do that.
What the fuck does that mean at my age?
Because I'm talking about
I
people
have-
with little kids.
Yeah, I got 40-year-old. My best friend 41 just had a baby.
Okay.
So he got a 1-year-old and a couple of month-year-old.
Okay.
Some people have kids early. Some people wait.
Okay, that's
But I'm saying
I know that.
in those situations, people do what they have. Do what they do what they have to do with what they have.
And all
We
we
know that.
said is,
And you said
if it was no technology at all, it would be a whole different kind of way that you would allow your kids to be at home. If it wasn't,
yeah, that's cool. But the whole time there was technology. That's what I'm saying. I wanted how tech affect your life. Having a telephone, just a regular telephone, is technology. Because there was a time when you couldn't call home.
hell,
There was no phones in no house. So yeah, motherfuckers left their kids at home because they had to go to work.
We know that. We just saying how
Nobody's
now it's
disagreeing
just
with
more of it. That's all. We just saying like now. Back then, it probably was okay.
I'm saying I disagree
I'll even
with
say
that.
this.
I'm
okay?
saying all I'm saying is I
Okay,
disagree
let's
with
just
that.
Say this.
I know people that live their
What
life
do you
differently.
disagree?
I even say this though, Jazz. Back then, I'm just saying back then, when kids was left at home, right, without technology, if you knew that, you be getting your ass beat because it was like, look. You
Don't
at
open
home, you
this
better not
door
open this
for
door
no
door.
motherfucking body.
Don't answer that phone.
I don't give a
I
damn
don't give
who
a
it
damn
is.
See, that's
who
what
it
I'm
is.
saying. A phone
Don't
is,
open the door.
No, a
Don't
phone
get
is
it.
technology. So
Okay,
there's
but
no
still.
phone. If there's no tech in the house, there's no phone, there's no lights, there's no water. All this shit is tech.
Okay, well, we talking about this. We talking about social media. We talking about internet. We talking about.
You talking about no lights like
We're not talking
Well,
about
but-
electricians. We talking about.
That's technology.
We
You
no,
talking-
know-
it is. Okay, what's the? I'm
We talking
confused.
about people holding an iPad, looking at their kid in the face, saying their kid is safe at home while they away
I don't
at
think.
work.
I don't think that's
what we
safe.
saying.
All right,
And that's
so are
not
you saying
safe.
What I was talking about was you saying because of technology, people don't have community.
that? No.
That's what you started off saying.
No,
That's what.
I mean. That's.
Okay. I misunderstood the words. that
I
was being
said back. Yeah, I think you just kind of put everything
Because
together.
you-
But what I
because
stated
y'all
was
said
there's
because
no.
people are having the iPads and stuff, they leaving their kids at home. Man, before the tech, people would tell they, hey, I'm finna be gone for a little bit. Can you keep an eye out? Because there's so much tech, people are not doing that, and that was community back then. And I'm saying
well,
I
yeah,
disagree
I think
with
you
that.
thought a little more deep into it. I feel like. I mean, that's just kind of common sense stuff, I guess, that went over my head. Obviously, I'm sure there are people in the world that still, even with the technology, tell they neighbor, like, hey,
Yeah,
my kid,
okay,
like,
that's-
obviously
yeah,
that's still
we
happening,
know
but
that.
we're
We
just
just
saying,
saying that-
we're not disagreeing with that. Duh, that's
But
common sense.
that's all I
Nobody's
was
that
saying, but
dumb.
I'm y'all were saying it doesn't happen as much as it used to. I'm saying I disagree. I think it still
Okay.
happens
Okay.
the same amount.
Well, I don't, but that's cool.
Yeah.
If you do and we don't, that's cool. If you really,
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Y'all
I
keep
just
on
don't-
trying to
yeah.
convince me that
We're
I'm
not
all
We're
trying
trying to
to convince you, we're trying to
understand. You
I'm
be so
telling you.
defensive. We're trying to
No,
understand
I'm
so
not
we can
being
have a
sensitive.
conversation.
See, this is
Sensitive?
Sensitive.
Nobody said anything about sensitive.
Y'all didn't just say okay, cool.
No,
Cool.
I said we're not. I said we're just trying to get an understanding so we can be able to
And,
communicate.
so this is my understanding. When you say words, to me they mean things. Words mean things. So if you're gonna say a thing a certain way, say what you mean. I'm not reading.
I can't wait till you watch. You gotta start watching these videos.
Okay, I'm
back
not reading deep
so you
into
can like
it.
follow the.
I'm not reading deep into it. What you said is because of technology and iPads, people don't have community like they used to when you grew up because there was just more kids and more people. And I'm saying I disagree with that because there's still kids and people in tech. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. The community is still there because of tech. We have better and bigger communities in some aspects. In other aspects, it's worse.
Now that's facts. I didn't got in the shower and let Facebook watch my baby.
I'm talking when you, and then that's why I'm saying when you say words, no technology to me means there's no running water, there's no but that's what because.
But we talking about
technology. That is technology. Topic, that's a definition of technology, right? Mm-hmm. The advancements from nothing. But if that's not what you mean, it's like, okay, we're using the telephones and the TVs back 20, 30 years ago when things were a certain way. But you said in the house when there was no tech.
Well, we're talking about the technology that we've experienced. I've never experienced living with no electricity.
Have.
Okay, so...
have you ever lived in a house with no TV?
Nope. We had one. I don't remember living. No, I can't remember living in a house without no TV and stuff like that. But I know what you're saying. Like I remember.
So when you say
no light,
when you say these words to me, like maybe because of different experience, like I didn't stay there for a long time. Went to visit a motherfucker for maybe a day. They didn't have no bathroom in their house. We had down in Mississippi. We had to go to the outhouse.
Yeah, I remember stuff like that.
So that's when I'm saying to me. That's what I'm saying. How has tech changed your life? These things like, it's nice to go in your house and take a shit.
Okay.
The microwave.
I think I misunderstood like what I thought the whole thing was like basically like. The things that we are experiencing today over the course of, I'll even say the last 5 or 6 years, like I was
ranging from like 10 to 20. Like the 20th century has brought us a lot of shit, a lot of different stuff than the 80s and 90s babies probably. Well, 90s babies can be included in we were young, but you know what I mean. Okay, so since go take us off then, Ju. Get deeper into like what.
Okay, so this is you would probably remember this a whole lot. Being since you was born, it's always been a thing. Do you think? How do you feel about ATMs?
I personally, I love it. Like.
Cause you remember there's a time when you
used to have to go in the bank all the time.
Yeah, anytime
you want to get some money, you had to go to the bank, and the bank ain't closed. The same hours, that the bank get now is the same.
So and I remember long lines at the banks every Friday, like 40 people in line every Friday. Everybody cashing their check. Yeah, like we used to be flying over to the bank downtown to get our checks cashed. Yeah, I remember that. I remember when ATM cards started. I remember all of that. I remember being scared of them. Everything that started with everything that started that changed drastically for me. I was like, I ain't doing that. Oh, hell no, I'm going to the bank. I ain't finna do that. Nah, I did everything like that. Oh, nah, that shit ain't gonna work. I ain't doing that. Everything.
That's how I feel about that cryptocurrency shit. I don't understand that shit. Fuck that. That's over my head. On me.
Hey, crypto, I ain't even gonna be a hater. I have some deep thoughts about crypto, but we ain't gonna say shit.
Right, but ATM cards. I mean, going to the ATM, hell yeah, it was like, what?
Here's one. How do you think us learning and being able to do DNA testing changed the game?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, now that there.
See, now that's something.
Now that's gonna go. That's you know what? I'm so. I don't know. When it comes to all that kind of stuff, the 23. I'm not talking about the DNA testing.
I'm not talking about. I'm just talking about the aspect as we know.
Like 99%.
We could tell who her baby daddy is, or if somebody committed a lot of motherfuckers got out of jail because they was accused of some shit.
Mm-hmm, and years later they got the stuff to prove. I like it because it, like you said, I remember people getting convicted and didn't have no.
They don't know. All that is just word of mouth.
They like this
Your
lady
word over
said
his word.
you raped her. Mm-hmm. This you know this lady said you touched her child. You know something like that. But now they do have that part. Yeah. That's what's up.
I mean, shit. I guess it's good.
She
I
at
never
home with
did
Riley.
DNA test. I wouldn't be using the shit.
Yeah,
but I mean, I haven't experienced not having it, so I guess I'm definitely glad that it's around in case I do have to catch a case. I know how to get out that jam, wipe everything down.
I'm all for it. Like, especially forensic wise, like that. Like, getting some shit situated.
I feel like TV
that.
too. What TV
What did they do back then? They just say this your son, and you just got to go with it, huh?
A lot of motherfuckers. I didn't want to bring.
That's why they used to get away with that.
Yeah, that's why
it was really Charles, baby.
I didn't really want to bring this up, but a lot
when
of
they getting to be 90 years old,
a lot of young ladies got over on just. Hey, ain't no way I could prove that you ain't. He ain't the daddy, so.
I'd be 90 like this. If I was a dude, 90, I'd be like, hey, let's.
Did y'all hear about that Nick Cannon? Since he got 10 kids now, he don't got to pay. That's off topic, but I just thought about that because we talking about DNA. Once you get 10 kids, you do not have to pay child support.
Is that for real?
Is it true? Okay, so have y'all heard anything like that? Like, if you got 10 kids, I have not heard that,
but I know a motherfucker with 13 kids that don't seem to be having a problem. Hold on, let me see. So it makes sense.
You gonna have to Google that or something, but I don't know no motherfucker with 10 kids.
Homeboy say niggas used to sign that birth certificate and sign their life away.
I ain't never heard that, but shoot, for the people that's got 8 kids, you better get you 2 more. Look, if you got 8 kids out there, 9 kids, you better get you 2 more. You ain't
we're not responsible for. You better check your state laws. Because and state is different. And Nick Cannon seemed like he got the type of money where he could pick girls in different states and make sure he.
They been talking all shit about him too. Like that's why he walking around. He did that
over
shit
a certain amount of kids. I need to see that in some writing.
I just pulled it up.
Not that I ain't finna have no kids. I'm good where I'm at.
10. Relax, love.
Right.
It ain't nothing but a few good years to get to 10.
You're sick.
Man, goodness.
I wish women could be deadbeats. We don't never get to be deadbeats.
Shit.
Not the ones I know. I know some, but not
with you. I'm about to disagree with you.
The responsible moms can never be deadbeats.
Look, we getting off subject here a little bit, but I know some deadbeat.
Ass mamas.
I be feeling sorry for daddies. I'm more like I don't like child support. And my friends always say I feel like this because I ain't have to deal with that shit. Mm-hmm. But like I ain't lying. I'm probably like 85-15. Like I'm for the men. Like when it come to that, because I be like this. Like for real.
Women
if
got
a dude gotta pay $5. So let's cut out like rent, bills, because she can have a whole dude staying with her, right? She can have her man or so let's just say you got to pay $500 a month for child support. Like this, look, hey, I'm giving you this $500 a month for my son, man. You know damn well you not spending $500 yourself a month on your kids or anything.
Little Fifi still don't got her hair done.
They be right, her be nappy.
Meanwhile,
clothes.
You got a fresh slave wig.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think you should force nobody to pay child support.
But some people, I mean, I, you know what? I ain't even gonna get into that because that's a long conversation.
And next week on.
Okay. Now, here's another one. How you think online shopping changed the game for y'all?
Woo!
You gotta be quicker than that. That's all I can say.
Man, I ain't been to the mall since COVID.
Them professional online shoppers though, them motherfuckers ain't nothing to play with. Shit'll be out of stock so damn fast.
See, this is weird. I don't get this.
Bitch, get a regular people a chance.
Hey.
This is the thing that I don't get about women, like where I'm confused at. Because I know I have an issue with buying, especially when it comes to clothes and shoes. Mm-hmm. Because one, I don't really like to shop. And I think a lot of people do online shopping because whatever anxieties or things they have about being in public, you know, I know some people have that. But
That's
then
probably everybody.
And then I know there's like a 50-50 chance that I'm not gonna send that shit back.
That's the whole point. And it's so crazy that you saying that because we just had that conversation today. It is like that. Like I swear, it's bad. It's messed up. But I do, Lord.
Just get the
I have so many clothing items that I never sent back that didn't fit or something like that.
I give it away.
I just be like, you know what? That's going in the yard sale. I be like, I never sent it back. I can say 100 times.
It's like I paid $3 for this shirt.
Yes, I be like, shit. Now how about this?
And I know
you can't pay $3 for a shirt.
I know my kids hate me for it because it's on shit. That shit here you try it. Here.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna fit me.
But online shopping, like I simply love it. Like I'm telling you, I do groceries.
I'm learning. I ain't that far
clothes,
yet. But with
I
the
do
clothes,
anything.
I learned that just if you iffy about it, just go and get that 2X so you can make sure you can fit. Don't get that extra large. You know them jeans.
For me,
check them reviews.
You gotta check them reviews, especially when you're doing like Shein and Fashion Nova and Pretty Little Things. I be like this. I be over there like, okay, look,
looking
does
at the
this really
pictures
fit? Like, you know,
you gotta find a bitch that's built
but
like you.
But you know what? For the most part, I ain't never went wrong on it. Like I probably got maybe 1 or 2 items that I was like,
I be in denial, getting mediums.
But the thing for me, how it changed the game for me is trying to be in the cars, being in the tech shit, being able to browse. Like there was a point in time where you could only get the shit that's in the stores around you.
Right.
Like speakers or comic books or music or whatever. If it ain't in your local area or you can't drive to it, you can't get it. Cause if I know the people listening to me, if y'all in the age group, I know y'all remember that JCPenney catalog.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
now I just do it online.
The JCPenney catalog used to be this big motherfucking book that came out once a year, and it had all the Christmas toys, all the tools, everything. The JCPenney's in the Sears.
And send it off.
Yeah, it used to be an order form in the back of the book.
Order form in the back of the book. Yeah.
And you would send that shit off with like a check or something, or you could put cash, because motherfuckers used to put cash in the mail.
Yeah.
You can't do that shit now.
And then wait for the motherfuckers.
It used to be like this. Check or COD, because it wasn't no ATMs and debits and all that. It was like check, credit, or COD. Everything cash on delivery.
But shit like eBay was a big thing.
Yeah, eBay. I did like eBay, but eBay was like one of those things you have to be careful with. You start off on that move $5. You spend $200 for something that's $149 in the store because you done got in the height. Like I'm gonna win this shit.
Yeah, I ain't.
But online shopping, like Amazon, shopping online, I like that. That's a plus.
Do you feel like Amazon is like the new eBay?
Amazon is everything to me. Anything.
Amazon the new Walmart.
And everything that somebody tell me they sell it, I'm telling you like this. Say for instance, I just do this.
Yes.
Somebody selling clothes. Yes. I'm going to Amazon first to see if they got it, because I ain't finna deal with none of that other stuff. I want my shit in 2 days. I want it. I
do that when I go to the beauty shows, because they be selling like little stuff. Like, bitch, it's the same comb on Amazon for $2.
I ain't lying.
That was Shein for me. I ain't gonna lie. Go on Shein and go through they damn decor and they home and like appliance.
Yeah.
What?
You can get some hell yeah.
What? I just redid my whole bathroom with shit from Shein.
$14.99.
The wallpaper, the shit, all that shit. What?
Look, you did your whole bathroom for $39.99 on Afterpay.
So a big thing for me. It's called what is it? Graphic user interface. Yeah, you love it. You love it. You just don't know what it is, but you love it.
ID stuff?
No, that's not what it is.
Say it again. Let me use my context clues.
All right. Graphic user interface.
Okay.
You don't know. Back in the day when computers first started coming out, it was in order to use a computer, you had to run a program. It all was based off MS-DOS. Right, so if you put a disk in, a prompt to come up, and it be
Then that's how you get your internet.
Then you had to. This is before internet.
Oh, okay.
This is before you mouse and click. You had to type everything.
Oh yeah.
And then it'll start
Wasn't
something.
a little roly ball on the mouse? I mean,
Yeah,
on the
that was.
keyboard?
But you still had what graphic user interface is the ability to use the pictures to get the computer to do what you want. Like on your cell phone, you want to touch the app. To get that to start, that's graphic user interface, because in order to get that Facebook app to start, it's a whole bunch of code and then typing you got to get just to get that motherfucker to. It's about maybe 15 to 20 minutes.
Nah, I get it.
I get what you're saying, but I
like that. I can't think what the fuck is the name of that kid movie, but like that Wreck-It Ralph, like them type of shits where they going like in the inside of
the inside of
like that's
yeah.
It's cool because it's definitely. It take a lot to even get, like you said, just the app to work. That's the codes that probably y'all had to type in or needed the little disc that now really to tap. As soon as we tap it, all of that shit going through. And then you can go through it. That's
and
crazy.
The reason I like that's my favorite little thing, is because that opened up the world for everybody to use computers.
Okay.
Because everybody ain't gonna be like you said. Certain the shit I'm talking about going over your head, but you still able to use the computer to get the information. So it allows
so like all the smart
everybody
people,
to be able, like it's the cheat code for everybody to be able to. Hey, I want to go online shopping.
Right. I get what you're saying.
That name weak as hell though. It's a regular name other than that. Graphic surface interface. What is it? Graphic
user.
Oh, user.
Graphic user
interface. Lame. No, just playing.
I think, and then
right over mine.
I think, the biggest thing in technology that we've had over the last
Google.
10 or 20 years, the smartphone. The smartphone has combined so many things that were separate. Like when we had a cell phone, when we first got cell phones, we still had pages. Or then we had the two-ways.
I ain't getting no page. I ain't gonna lie.
We had the two-ways.
Man, I used to think I was, I thought I was the shit with two-ways.
What the fuck a two-way is?
You couldn't text call. You had to press
the phone.
If you want to text on your phone, you see them letters on the
we had to spell that shit out.
Oh yeah, okay.
yeah. And then
so the two-way, you could just text a message like you do on your phone now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now and then also when the cell phone first came out, there was no you had digital cameras.
Right.
People still had cameras. The smartphone has put the digital camera in there.
Yeah, video.
And then so the digital camera killed the photography thing. You don't have to wait to take pictures.
Mm-hmm. Right, and go get them developed.
Can drive.
Yeah. That Polaroid be like this. Set it up.
Yeah. And then you put the
don't touch that.
The internet.
I remember my daddy green room.
You put the internet in the smartphone, so now all online shopping, all these other things.
What about phone numbers?
Oh,
we don't remember. No,
man,
I literally have to make numbers a song in order to remember it. I remember Auntie Dorothy number because first grade she made me remember, and I was 277.
Right. The only reason I remember, only people numbers I remember is the ones who had their cell phones like 20 years.
Yeah.
Somebody said they kept a camera in high school. I'm glad these cameras went out. I'm glad I lived when I did because there were some pictures.
That's another thing. You can't get away with shit now.
You can't
get away with shit.
Nothing.
If nobody's watching, it's something watching. It's a camera somewhere. You done dug that wedgie out.
And then working where I work, it's surveillance cameras like everywhere. Like even in my department, it's probably 50 cameras, right? It's like everywhere I go, I be like this.
Yeah.
I ain't lying. Like,
I went to Joann's one day to literally get I think a zipper or something so small, right? I finally get in the aisle. I'm like, man, this little zipper. I'm gonna put this shit in my pocket. So I'm looking around to try to see. Why I look right in front of me. It's one of them things
big mirrors.
You are on camera. No, it was a damn screen. I'm sitting right there. I got so weak in myself. Like, let me go pay for this damn zipper.
So I'm finna give y'all another no name great theme. Is what is called is open source software.
What is it?
Do y'all remember?
Y'all excuse me that I don't know this stuff.
Ain't a lot of people. It ain't nothing but Napster. You remember Napster?
I think
Napster.
Napster.
Yeah, I remember that.
What about LimeWire?
LimeWire.
Yeah.
That's open
Like the
source.
web, that's internet.
Where you could that's not internet. You're able to do that
Try to
because
play
of the
like she knew.
internet, but that's not the internet. That's somebody built.
I always hit this mic.
Somebody built a program where you could share files that you download on your computer over the internet with everybody else.
Oh, okay.
So that's why
So that's like sharing.
when people
Sharing today, right? But back then, right?
but yeah,
Right.
because you couldn't do that.
Because you couldn't do it, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to say this in a way that I can understand.
Exactly. If I had a CD and you wanted it, I had to record it
I
and give
definitely
it to
remember
you.
LimeWire. That was
Right.
the shit for sure.
In LimeWire, it changed how it changed the game into streaming, how we share music, how we listen to music.
Man, I remember Uvu. Boy, what?
Oh yeah, Uvu. Oh man.
No, ooh.
You don't know about that's because your kids wasn't on that Uvu. You had to have kids know about that Uvu. That was that secret. That was after Skype.
Yeah. But
That's video call. That's what it is. It's video.
I was there for the Skype.
I remember Uvu. I used to be
I
on
wasn't on
Uvu
the
too.
Uvu.
Shoot, y'all the one.
Who
I think
got-
you
yeah,
had-
they
the one
did.
showed me about Uvu.
That was
They
our
did get
FaceTime.
sued.
Yeah.
Uvu got sued?
No, LimeWire, because the thing, sharing at that point in time, it was illegal.
Right.
The copyright
That's why now
things.
you gotta agree and accept
Accept
shit
it,
every time you
yeah.
download something.
Yeah.
And that shit still be fugazi as fuck because all these damn suits against little stuff from spreading your information here and doing, when you download the app and they doing shit they don't got no business doing, like the Facebook lawsuit and the Snapchat lawsuit and
Yeah,
I'll
but
take
hey,
the little
motherfuckers
money.
be clicking on that fine print.
but they know motherfuckers not finna go through and read all that.
It ain't that's the thing. It
I know.
ain't they fault.
That's facts. Reading definitely fundamental. Okay,
Yeah,
so
too.
come on, another good one, and then we gon'
So what has changed your life? 'Cause, like I'm saying, as a
social media.
social media.
Social media and like the
See,
phones is the
I
most
wanted
thing.
to do social media, because I think social media should be a topic of its own. Because social media has affected us in so many ways, positive and negative. It's being able to
Do everything.
reunite with friends or
Yeah,
check,
for sure.
like you saying.
I'm
I could
adopted.
check
My
on-
biological family found me literally through
Through-
Facebook.
Look, yeah, I remember. I remember when Facebook came. I remember it was like you had to have. If I'm correct, I remember I was taking some classes, and I remember like you had. I think you had to be like in school to
When
get a
Facebook
Facebook
started,
account.
I
you
remember
had-
somebody
I
else
remember
saying
that,
that.
and then so
When
I remember
Facebook-
but I remember when it was when I decided I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and get me a Facebook account. But the reason that I did it was because my childhood 7th grade best friend, I wanted to find her, and as soon as I went on there, I put in her name, what I remembered, and bam, I found her. She was living in Atlanta, and it was like we reconnected like that day, and that's all I needed right then and there. I'm like, and it just opened a whole new world.
I started on social media with Black Planet.
See, I ain't do none of that. What was
You
that
do
other
know-
one,
you do Black-
MySpace and all that?
yeah.
I ain't never
get
get
into
on
that
none of that
MySpace
stuff.
shit.
Yeah.
It's some of y'all
Black
out there that
Planet.
know
Yeah, I heard
going
of
down
Black-
on Black Planet.
Yeah, I just never did do none of that.
Black
kind of
Planet was
stuff.
That shit sound like a porn site.
It probably is.
it was a social
Shit.
media site for basically black people. It was a,
Shit, it is. Facebook is
That's
a
why it's
porn
called
site.
Black Planet, but it just sound like. You think Facebook a porn site? Have you been
yeah.
on Twitter? And you think Facebook a porn site compared
Girl.
to Twitter?
Well, not compared to
Twitter is a porn site. I
Both
have to
of
take a
they
damn
all.
detox from that shit.
Yeah,
how
like,
did we get
yeah.
to porn?
Black
I'm
Planet.
just saying, when you said
Oh.
Black Planet, I'm like,
It sound like
all
a
this
porn
shit.
site.
Then like, it's just crazy. Everything, OnlyFans, all that kind of stuff. Like,
So that's what I was gonna say. In my generation, I feel like my advantage is definitely social media.
Oh, Black
for a
Planet.
fact, because now, if it was harder, or I feel like maybe in y'all generation, there was a lot of shit y'all may have felt like y'all couldn't do, or didn't have the access to do it.
We
or
didn't even have the
who the
mind
fuck-
to know
Like
that we
everybody
could-
want to be a rapper, but it's like now you can make a hunk beat beat song go viral, and you a fucking rapper doing
Look.
mixes with Nicki Minaj and
Say
like.
say thank you to Soldier Boy.
Right.
Oh, please don't even mention
Hey,
that.
he the motherfucker that made he the one that broke the game for everybody, whether you like him or not,
and
whether you like his
Justin
I
Bieber
don't
music.
too,
not
right?
like. I don't not like Soulja Boy, but
Justin
I grew up
Bieber?
on Soulja Boy, and around that time, it was way more people other than just him utilizing the shit that we was like.
I feel
it
like
wasn't
this.
just him.
Back in the day,
Motherfuckers always
man,
wanna
if
take
I was in the
credit for
right
shit.
place at the right time, it seemed like to me when I think about like, happy birthday hip hop, 50 years. Let me just throw that out there. But
That
anyway,
part.
I feel like back when hip hop first started, I be looking at like when I'm looking at documentaries or stuff back then because I was around when it started and shit. It's like I'd be like, damn, if I had just grew up in that neighborhood or if I had moved to New York or, whatever, and I'd be like, damn, we could have been rappers for real. It seemed like everybody on the same block was rappers.
Yeah.
Like, everybody got a chance. It just, when I look back at all that, like even in Atlanta, like when you go to Outkast and all them kind of
Yeah.
people, it's like everybody, it started slimming down a little bit
I
because
feel like
everybody
that's the
wanted to be one,
community.
but it's like,
But I get
Everybody
what
was
you
putting
saying,
everybody on.
but
That's
being,
what I'm saying.
Right.
The community, together.
being at a different stage in my life, not being older, but just the way I look at it, I see the same things happening because you could get with an outcast group of people online, like y'all start commenting on stuff, y'all make friends, you can find, because some people like with social
with you,
anxieties and things that's happened, it's easier for some people to make friends or do things online or find their people.
That's what I was saying.
Because I know some people, like people that I've mentored or younger men that I've coached in different type of sports. Yeah, they good people, but they have a hard time finding, where they fit in. And you could see them struggle to a certain point where, like, I'll put this out there with my son. He struggled. He was a cool kid. He had friends, my oldest, but he kind of struggled until he got to the military and got around his people.
People
like that.
him.
He was like, I always tried to make, we could watch The Walking Dead, try to find things that they were interested in so we could have things in common. Because I know, like, I like cartoon type, some shit, but I'm not really into anime like that.
Yeah.
And I tried, there are certain places where we could meet, but then I would try, but it wouldn't hold my interest. So instead of trying to be in fake, okay, this is where we gonna meet at. But now that I've seen, he's went to a Comic-Con,
Right.
did all the dressing up, and I think
That's what's up.
you
I always
find
said I
yourself
wanted to go.
being.
Oh man, I
What?
always be like I want to go to.
I was in
Comic-Con.
Vegas when I was at the beauty show when they had
Yeah.
Comic-Con, and when we went to
Man,
the
I would
bathroom.
love that shit. Like,
Have you seen Inside Out, the kid movie
Yeah.
Inside Out?
Uh-huh.
Why Sadness was in the bathroom? When I say I told her ass.
No,
up
you
in
wouldn't,
that
bruh.
bathroom,
No,
'cause
you
why
wouldn't.
was you touching all that shit in that movie? Like, that shit
Yeah.
pissed me off. I wanted to go over there.
But look, check this.
Homeboy said if I had social media in high school, I would have knocked down a celebrity. I don't think
Gasoline
that's
draws.
Listen, but look, like for real, but social media, even with that, like how you were saying, like how the kids deal with it and stuff like that. Not even just kids, because like for real, like I always go into these things where I be like, you know what, let me get off this shit for a minute, because even for me as an adult,
get
I
lost in
remember years ago I used to be like this. I started feeling like, okay, I ain't doing enough with my life. These motherfuckers on here.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about people lying about, like, for real, being like, they lying about they got this, they lying about that. I'm just saying, I
get what you're saying.
and I'm like, I started getting depressed for real from watching it. I'm
Like,
not
what
lying.
am I
Like
not
every day
doing?
on that motherfucker all day. Like, okay, let me see if I could get off into this. Let me see if I could do this. The pressure of this and this, that. And I'm like, these motherfuckers lying. And I did used to do that shit.
I believe everybody's
part-
how people come up. Like you already have anxieties and different triggers, and if you haven't found your coping mechanisms before you get into social media, it can make everything worse.
I want to touch base on what you just said too, because that definitely goes into how the world is slightly changing now. If you think about it, a lot of younger people are doing more self-healing and being real in touch with they. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the older people are learning from us and seeing like, dang, y'all are, doing this, So that goes back into when you asked me the question 20 minutes ago of how I felt like I was affected by social media. It's definitely,
cool.
it's definitely the internet, social media, the cell phones and stuff. If you are, down and bad, you can find support groups, you know what I'm saying, that have like-minded interests as
like
you to be a part of. Or as far as getting put on, like one of my closest friends or whatever, she's a designer. She actually making my dress for my birthday. Anyway, she was on there like, how do y'all begin in contact with these celebrities? And I gave her some advice, and then I reposted a Big Sexy birthday post, and he reposted it in his story. I tagged Big Boss Vet in a comment. She hearted it, comment.
Right,
it is that easy to really. Anytime I tag a celebrity or business, they repost it, they share. So it's not what you do, is really how you do it. You gotta take advantage of your.
Yep, I have communicated with like celebrities.
Are you talking about when I said knocking down a celebrity? Oh, you talking? Okay, cool.
No, just communicate with them.
Okay, we finna, get to wrapping it up anyway.
But yeah, so
the time is ticking down.
All right, so we gonna figure out what we gonna talk about next week. As
we always do. Always do.
Right.
So we need to go and give Princess a little moment of silence for this last little minute.
Man,
we gonna let him have it.
Like, I can't believe my dude is gone. For real, they still be fucking with me like, Prince gone, y'all.
It's over with Purple Rain.
Oh, you know what? See, he gonna get the beat down up in here.
You don't want this smoke, shorty. You don't want this smoke. We love Prince. We all, man.
I was doing my moment of silence.
Yeah, I'm doing mine.
I had a whole 15 minutes.
Well, we can never have a moment of silence because you keep literally talking.
Nigga, it's a motherfucking moment.
But anyway, for real, if you're gonna be on social media and shit, choose wisely.
I thought you was talking
that part.
I thought y'all was
over now. See you next week.
I saw through the thing. I was like, shit, dude. I see what my first say was.
What the hell? Where you coming from?
Over by the house.
I like your hair. Hey girl, hey.